So this one is personal. Years ago, I auditioned for the New York Conservatory for Dramatic Arts, the school that completely changed the direction of my life. I went for my audition. It was in Austin, Texas, and it was just me and this woman. I've never met her. She was quiet, composed, elbows on the table, and she said, "Start whenever you're ready." So I launched into my monologue. I gave it everything I had. I landed the last line, and then silence. She just stared at me. She didn't blink. She didn't move. I stood there awkwardly. I took my glasses off. I started cleaning them, put them back on. I waited. More silence. And eventually I go, "Oh boy." I was like, "This is awkward." And finally I asked, I was like, "Should I start my next monologue?" And she slowly nods her head yes. Doesn't say a word. So I perform my second piece. And when I finish, she says, "Have a seat, young man. Let's talk about your monologues." So she gives me notes on the first. I nod and I'm taking it in. Then she says, "Now let's talk about your second monologue. Very interesting. Here's what I would adjust, you know." And then again, I'm trying to follow along with her redirections. But then she goes, "Now let's talk about your third monologue." And I stop her. I was like, wait. I was like, "Third monologue?" I was like, "I only performed 2. And she looks confused and she's like, "Well, what was the one with the glasses? What was that?" And I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "That wasn't a monologue." I was like, "I was just standing there. I was kind of just waiting for you to say something." And she leans back and she says, "Oh, well," she was like, "It was really good." And I didn't know what to say. I was like, "Thank you." And so we wrap up. I felt like I just bombed the worst audition of my life. But a week later, I get the call and I was accepted with the scholarship. Turns out the woman I auditioned for, her name was Ms. Jonesy, the arts director, who sadly is no longer with us. But the big takeaway, sometimes your greatest performance isn't what you planned. It's how you carry yourself in the moments in between. And if you're ready for your moment, whether it's scripted or not, we help actors prepare for all of it. And the link's in my bio.